Edith, thank you. Thank you for that message. That was beautiful. Thank
Hi, teacher.
you, Edith. That was a very
I,
beautiful message. It's really a pleasure to do what I do. It's really easy with you guys. It's
no,
always
teacher.
great.
Thank you. Thank you for all that you give us in each class. So I don't know. I don't have the words. So I have to take the help for ChatGPT. Yeah, I have to admit
But
it.
I tell you what, this is a privilege really to have you guys. We have fun. I think that over the time that we've spent, we have developed this sense of familiarity that goes beyond what you expect of an English course, where we learn to trust each other. We learn to be good listeners to each other. I mean, I learn, you teach me, and vice versa. So we all learn together, and it's been great. I mean, it's a great discovery to find yourself in a situation where you can find this camaraderie with people that even with you, Edith, who we have never crossed paths. And I don't know if one day we will. I hope that we do, but we've never known each other. And it's thanks to this magical window that we have right here with technology, we can get to know each other and to help each other out. Because I also feel that, like being with you and the rest of the guys helps me grow, not just as a teacher, but as a person.
Yeah, teacher. I I I never imagined that. I never imagined this. I take a class with a mentor because here is so expensive,
I
really.
know.
So you are you share with us only not only the class for English. Um, you can share with us another tools, another visions of the life, of the technology, of the I don't know. Um, when you share with us maybe a history or maybe um, I don't know the word, but algún tipo de broma, maybe a joke. Only, yeah, I love it. I love it the way that you can teach us. I don't know. I feel engaging, but thank you, teacher.
Oh, it's so much fun, really, Nancy. You know that we all keep coming back because of what we got, and it's built by everyone. And like I told you before, this is hard for me to feel tired of, to come a day and feel like Monday again. Vignettes. It's hard to get that way because it's always so much fun. And it's so much fun, even more than you can imagine, because sometimes I do feel tired. And I'm like, okay, let's go to work. Yeah, at least let's go to work. And funny, after I finish the lesson, I feel so much better. So I feel recharged. My batteries get reloaded with energy, and it's because it's fun to hang out and probably do a little bit of what we do, which is kind of a lot of improvisation. We do a lot of improvisation, both on my end, also on your end, by staying available, staying alert, reacting. There's a lot of improvisation in our process,
Yeah, teacher, if we
not
are on
just
the
the
same
lesson of
page.
improvisation.
I don't know, sometimes we have a lot of chores, maybe job, maybe preoccupations. I don't
Of
know, we
course.
have to attend. But really, I feel when we are in assist to your class, so we have to recharge the batteries for aplicarse to the class. So I don't know. Sometimes I feel like we are I don't know the word, desaprovechando la clase sometimes, because if we don't talk about or we don't participate, yeah, really, we are lost. We are losing.
Yeah. But you know, it's the stuff of life. We can't be 100% committed to anything anymore in today's world. Everything is happening around us at such speed. And like you manage your home, and that's a full-time job.
Yeah.
It's a full-time job, and you have your little one, and you know that sometimes there's an emergency, hopefully nothing serious, just a late homework, just a topic that you need to cover with your daughter, and she didn't get it, and it's on you. Now you got a job, and then you have to say no to the English class because, you know, your daughter's first, obviously. So it happens. But I appreciate the fact that you keep coming back. The fact that you don't give up, even if it's not, even if you don't do it the way that you would like to do it better. You don't give up. You continue to come back, and that's important.
Yeah, teacher. I'm here. I'm here. I wanna learn. I wanna learn more.
All right. Thank you very much for that. And here's
Thank
also
you.
Merce. Hi, Merce. How
Hi,
are you?
Merce.
Hi, Nancy. Hi, teacher. Happy
What's
day,
up?
teacher.
Thank you very much.
Today is a little tired because I start the week and I need to organize all the orders
I know.
and all day I running.
It's a crazy life,
Yes,
Merce. I know.
yes, yes. Yeah, because I will be traveling few days
Yeah.
for the graduate.
Right.
And I need to organize all the things. Yeah.
And have you prepared a vignette for the graduation, like to speak there, or, you know, like what you're going to say?
I believe the next week I need to sit down and thinking about it.
Right. Do it.
Yeah.
But and we
Yeah,
can help you. You can share it with us. And
okay, teacher. Okay. I am a little nervous about that. Yes. Yeah. Because the first times I was speaking with the wise coach wife. In that moment when I was speaking with her, I cried about the other things that I feel, and I don't imagine that moment that I found the parents, I found the friends of my son. I don't know, but I am a little nervous about that moment.
And it's a big moment in your life.
Yeah.
It's a big moment
Yeah,
in your kid's life.
Yeah, teacher.
Oh my God, that's amazing. And here's Julie. Hi, Julie.
Hey, teacher.
How are you, Julie?
I'm fine.
Okay, what's new, Julie? Tell us what's new. What's going on?
Not much. I'm working and clean my house.
The usual, right?
The usual, right?
So staying busy.
Teacher, do you have a little peeve? A peeve?
A little what?
A little peeve
Okay.
in the WhatsApp?
A little peeve in my
Yeah.
WhatsApp.
Running?
Yeah. The teacher was angry.
Oh, no. I'm like, where is everybody? Where is everybody? And then Julie is like, yendo.
No llegando.
Yendo, no llegando. Yeah, no, not peeve is the fact that I was like, where is everybody? Right? Are they afraid because of the tongue twisters? That was, by the way, thank you very much for being here, Juliet. That was Juliet's idea. And since we've been promoting pronunciation, I thought, well, great. Yeah. It's as you see, it's a departure from the usual, which is your stories, blah, blah, blah. And now we're going in a different direction. Let's test how your pronunciation is sounding. That was Juliet's idea. She always comes with these amazing, out of nowhere ideas, like like, what is it? Dress up with me, or fix up with me, or something like that. Arréglate
Get
con-
ready with me.
Get ready with me. And now she came up with this idea of tongue twisters. So thank you very much, Julie, for that. That was
Thank you,
great.
Julia.
Thank
great
you.
idea.
That was so
You're like,
funny.
Was a good exercise.
that
Yeah.
wasn't funny. And how did you do? How did you feel doing those tongue twisters?
First, I have
in-
to make a translation because I want to know what I'm saying. What I'm gonna say.
Yeah, me too. Word to word.
Yeah. And then I use the natural readers, the app.
Mhm.
I have to appreciate the 5 minutes because I need the pronunciation and to use the sorry, no me acuerdo la otra
phonetics?
aplicación. Two phonetics.
Phonetics?
Yeah, that was a big help.
Really? Okay, I'm glad. I'm glad to hear that. Great. And how many times did you have to?
Many times. In
I
my
know.
case,
Many
many times. And I compare to phonetics and natural readers. Okay, in this part, okay, I believe is well. And when I record, no, it's no good the sound. Next. Yeah.
Good.
In my
It's,
case, I use only default. My old friend default.
it's a good exercise because we need to bring all our attention to pronunciation, all our attention to pronunciation, working on it, learning to do it well, paying attention, growing our vocabulary in terms of sounds, more than in terms of meanings.
Some words I found difficulty. For example, Daisy disc was
That
a very
combination.
hard for in my case.
Oh
It's
my God.
maybe Daisy, the translations is good, but disc is no, I believe is no the correct pronunciation in that case. Many words I found wrong. Yeah, but was
Maybe because it's new words.
yeah.
For me, the worst tongue twister was the last. My th and fro, the filler, etc. I can.
Yeah.
But as you can see,
It's a one word, teacher. Dewdrops is difficult because the translation could the work. I don't know why. Maybe because it's the no correct pronunciation in that case.
dewdrops. Okay.
Yeah, dewdrops.
Yeah, no, and sometimes the funny thing here is that we've been talking about grouping your pronunciation in thought groups and making everything sound connected. We've been practicing a lot connecting our speech. We're gonna continue doing that. And it becomes evident in tongue twisters that it's very hard to connect some of those words.
Yeah.
I mean, like individually you can pronounce them, but then try to mix them. And it's the same in Spanish. It doesn't make much of a difference if you're thinking, look at the examples that I gave Liana for her tongue twisters. Try the last one 3 times.
Mm.
Yeah, take a look at that one. Try the last one 3 times.
I don't remember what.
Yeah. Chaleco, chaqueta, cachaco. But say it 3 times fast. It's impossible. Try.
Oh,
Chaleco,
chaleco,
chaqueta,
chaqueta, cachaco. Chaleco,
Chaleco, chaqueta,
cachaco.
chachaco.
Chaleco, chaqueta,
Chaleco,
cachaco.
chaqueta,
Chaleco, chaqueta, cachaco. Chaleco, cacheta.
Cacheta. Ah, okay.
Chaleco,
Cacheta. And it's just 3 words.
Yes. Chaleco, chaqueta.
Chaleco,
And
chaqueta,
obviously you can't
cachaco,
pronounce each
chaleco,
one
chaqueta,
individually, but when you
cachaco,
mix
chaleco,
them,
chaqueta, cachaco.
or maybe Mexicans can do it. Only Mexicans.
No, I can't.
Maybe Julie, that is from the capital city of Colombia, maybe. Try it, Julie. What?
Chaleco, chaqueta, chaleco, chaleco, chaqueta, cachaco.
Cachaco.
Chaleco, chaqueta, cachaco. Chaleco, chaqueta, cachaco. Tres tigres tragan trigo en un trigal. Pero yo me lo sé de la otra forma que es: tres tristes tigres comen trigo en tres tristes platos.
I tried to make it a little easier for
Eliana?
Liliana.
like Clavito. Pablito also, I made it easy.
Pablito se clavó un clavito en la calva de un calvito, en la calva de un calvito. Clavito clavó Pablito. Rápido ruedan los carros cargados acerca del ferrocarril.
That one is going to be a death of Liana. El ferrocarril va a ser la muerte de Liana.
El último también, chaleco, chaqueta, cachaco.
Ese es para usted, la muerte de But that's interesting because it's like workout for the mouth.
Yeah.
I mean, it's evident that we need to work out the muscles in our mouth. I'm going to share a book about how to train your voice and how to work out. Take your mouth to a workout. I'm going to share the book with you, and you can learn in case that you do public speech or speaking, or you're the director of a company and you need to address your people, etc. It's good to be able to be more in control of your voice. And part of it is training your tongue, your lips, everything. I mean, like your throat, learn to relax your throat. And obviously, when we learn to speak a language, we learn the whole package of how people around us speak the language. And sometimes people around us have or make improper use of their phonology, I guess, their articulators, the way that they breathe when they talk. And it's something that we inherit by mimicking. Julie talks like her family when she was growing up. Whoever was around Julie the most, her mom, for example, a friend, a sister, that's how she picked up the language, by mimicking. And sometimes you mimic improper behaviors in language. You learn to speak like that. That's the way you speak. That's it. Sometimes that's even more important than genetic information that you inherit from parents. Okay. But it pays dividends. It pays off to study and to pay attention and to practice and to change, if you can, to control your voice. It's important. And yeah.
And the time is very short.
Yeah.
It's hardly, because you need to speak clearly, and the time is short, and the words are complicated. Yeah.
So it requires a lot of practice.
Yeah.
And believe it or not, it requires a lot of working with your tongue.
Yeah.
And so that's why it's called a tongue twister. And it doesn't hurt to work out your tongue. How do you work out your tongue? You flick your tongue many times. You wag your tongue many times. And then you roll your tongue over the inner part of your lips, like, I don't know, 20 times in one direction, 20 times in the other direction. And that's the way you work it out. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's something that you need to do. For example, Julie, you still work at a call center?
Yes, teacher.
Julie needs to speak a lot to people. People trust Julie because of her voice. And so she needs to speak clearly, etc., all day long. So Try to do that 20 times and then 20 times to the other side, and you're going to start to feel the pain. And that's because your tongue also needs to work out. It's like any other muscle. And the more you work it out, the stronger it gets and the better you speak. Yeah, that's crazy. But people don't think about it. They don't think that they need to work out the tongue. Obviously, who thinks about it? Only people that work, for example, I don't know, maybe call centers, broadcasting, definitely. People that work on the radio, they need to do a lot of working out of lips, tongue, throat, many things you need to do. Because obviously for the rest of us, the normal people, we don't need to do that. Okay? But for
The
people that
singers,
work with the
teacher?
voice, what's that?
The singers, or maybe like the person when they do the, I don't know the word, but the doblaje by the movies,
Voice actors.
voice actors.
Anybody who speaks a lot needs to work out their mouths, their tongues, their throats a lot. They need to work out. Okay? And they need to stretch their muscles. For the rest of the people, it's different. We stretch our backs, but for the people that work with the voice, they need to work on this. Funny thing is that if we knew this also, we could improve our speaking and etc. So I'm going to be sharing a book with you, and you can work out your mouth. And it's important because some people say that when you're learning another language, you sometimes get tired. You feel tired after speaking the language for extended periods because it forces your tongue to assume new positions. And it's like when you walk every day. Every day you walk, maybe for hours every day. But when you go to the gym to work legs, you understand that your legs sometimes in some exercises are not very strong. Yeah, the same happens with you. You use your voice all day, but you have to understand that when you're speaking another language, there are other movements that can leave you tired. New positions of the tongue, etc. Either that or you pronounce in Spanish, which is incorrect, right? So there. All right, so without further ado, let's watch the work of you girls, courageous girls that are here. Everybody else is like,
yeah.
not here. I'm not here. They're watching from YouTube. They're like, yeah. All right, so let me now record for everybody. Oh, we're recording, sorry. This is there now. Let's take a look at Alba, then Edith, and lastly, but not leastly, we'll take a look at Julie. Yeah? Should we do that? All right. Or if anybody needs to leave soon, just let me know. But we're going to do that. Alba, Edith, Julie. All right, so let's start with Alba.
Thin, tiny turtles, tightly twisted, twine, teetering towards the hovering treetop, trying to tack troublesome tasks together. Doris is delightful, dazzling. Daisies danced dreamily during dusk, displaying delightful doves of dewdrops delicately descending down their delicate dew daisy disc. Pensive, Penelope persistently prepared piles of plum. Flash Stilo pleasantly pampering her pampered pet turtles, prancing proudly in their purple polka-dotted pajamas. Vivacious Valerie vibrantly brandishes a bulky blue velvet bag, bursting with bountiful, very sweet berries, buffering brave beavers by the blabbling brook. 33 baffled espian, thoroughly trave through their thrilling theater, fiercely flouting their flamboyant pioneering, while fiercely fighting ferocious foes and being faithful friends. Bye, guys.
Oh my God. Yeah, you got it. You got it in 1 minute and 46 seconds. Couple of slip-ups, unos cuantos resbalones, a couple of slip-ups, and a total of 1 minute 46. 1 minute 46. Okay. From 1 to 10. Mercy, what do you give yourself from 1 to 10?
5, teacher, 5.
Okay, good. I'm not going to agree or disagree with that. All I want you is to be observant. And yeah, I accept mine as 5. Good, good. That gives you the foundation. That means you can improve and you have learned more about the way you sound. I liked it. It shows work. It shows work on your end, and I'm glad that you undertook the work so solemnly and you tried your best. And yeah, of course, it's a hard job, but you did it.
And some words I need to listen.
Yeah.
Because it's important to understand the well sound in that word, because I saw some colleagues, some of them they give the good sound in yes, but I try to repeat, but was impossible. And maybe I listen a lot about Johan. In the first part is a good pronunciation, and how do you say that? Dio en todas casi.
He got it all, almost,
Yeah.
most of it,
Yeah.
most of the words.
Yeah.
He got most of the words right. Okay. And yeah, once again, you have to pay attention to how those words are pronounced. Maybe what Edith says also is something that we need to take into consideration seriously. Looking at the words on to phonetics, or even also using ChatGPT. You can tell Chat, show me how to pronounce this. And it's going to use different tools. Like, for example, let me take a look. Just give me 1 second. Let me give you an example. Let's bring one of those, right? Let's just bring one of those. Let's take, for example, let's do that one, the last one, right? Or you like dewdrops? That's the
Dewdrops.
that's the one that you mentioned the most, right? So here we go. We can use Chat, and then hang on. Show me how to pronounce this. Yeah. Doris is delightful. This is respelling. Esta forma de escritura de pronunciación se llama respelling. Y es como la entienden los gringos. Los gringos lo que hacen, de manera muy astuta, es que reusan algunas palabras, ¿sí? Cuando se acomodan. Y en otros casos tienen como sus, digamos, sus formas de entender cómo son las cosas, ¿sí? Por ejemplo, esta normalmente es una I, ¿sí? Light. Entonces aquí es door, como la puerta, ¿cierto? Door is, Doris is. Delightful, delight, aquí está el stress. delightful, dazzling, dazzling, daisies, danced, dreamily, dreamily, during dusk, displaying, delightful. This is like a schwa. Esas I con H y U con H son schwas, básicamente. Delightful, dabs. Vean la U con H, es una schwa of dewdrops, delicately, the otro schwa aquí, the sending down there, delicate, dewy, daisy, disc. Okay, so in other words, this should sound more or less like, just give me 1 second. Something here bothering me. There, 1 second. See if I can do it more or less fast enough. So Doris's delightful, dazzling daisies dance dreamily during dusk, displaying delightful dabs of dewdrops delicately descending down their delicate, dewy, daisy disc. Can I do it faster? Maybe. But yeah, it's something that you need to train. I haven't trained this really. But yeah, then when you have this, it helps, okay? Because for whatever reason, you study this, you repeat, and then you go over it in the sequence that is connected speech, and then your ear starts giving you feedback. Whoop, you know it. I didn't pronounce it correctly. And that, my friends, is the moment where you start to elevate your speech, because now you start to trust your ear. Because you go, Doris's delightful, dazzling daisies dance to your ear knows. Ah, there. It's not just the tongue. The ear is the one that knows first. Okay? Dreamily during dusk, displaying delightful dabs of dewdrops. Your ear immediately knows. Delicate descending down the delicate doozy. Immediately your tongue sends the message to the ear. The ear is like, hold on. Okay, so this is also a precursor of fluency, because fluency, believe it or not, is a faculty of the ear. You lose your ears and you lose your fluency even in your mother tongue. Yeah, watch this. I think that I shared this with you before, and this is amazing. This girl that auditioned in, I don't know if it's Britain's or America's Got Talent. I think America's Got Talent. Deaf singer. Let's see if this is the one. This girl, Mandy Harvey, she auditioned, and she is
If you've ever
deaf.
tried to play guitar, but your fingers wouldn't cooperate, it's not your fingers' fault. In fact,
hi, how are you?
And what's your name?
Mandy Harvey.
And
she's deaf. And she lost her hearing due to I think it was an infection when she was a grown-up, meaning she was an adult. Meaning that obviously she knew how to speak very well when she lost her hearing. And now she has sometimes problems communicating fluently. Okay? Because your ear is where you deposit all the information you need for fluency. When she sings, it's different because she learned those beats, and look at her feet. She's not wearing shoes. You notice?
Yeah.
She's not wearing shoes. And Simon and the other guys ask, one of the guys, I don't know, Simon maybe, asks why she's not wearing her shoes. And she says that way she gets feedback. Instead of her ears, she gets the feedback that she's on the right beat through the feet, the vibration of the music. She feels the vibration of the music through her feet as a substitute for her ear. But that's for music because she already knows the pattern But for regular speech, she sometimes loses her train of, I mean, her speech, I guess, her speech, her string of speech as she speaks, she stumbles sometimes. She loses control because she's not hearing what she's saying. It's crazy. So once again, if you lose your ear, you lose your fluency. And if you deposit more, I guess, trust, and you train your ear through your pronunciation of tongue twisters, for example, you are giving your ear all the information it needs to make sure that you flow in your speech. It is a fact, my friends. Just saying. Yeah. And this is Mandy Harvey. Watch it. I'm gonna share it so you can watch it later. It's pretty cool, right? Hang on. There, now it's on WhatsApp. Watch it later. It's incredible.
Yeah, teacher, thank you. This is the one talking about it. You want, for us, we have to expand our horizons. Is to offer another visions. This, thank you for being my teacher.
Thank you for being my student, because
Yeah.
this doesn't happen in a vacuum. Esto no pasa en un vacío. You inspire me, but yeah, that's the fact of the matter. Tongue twisters, in this case, is just a sample for us to train our ear. You don't worry about what it means. You worry about how it sounds to your ear, and you let your ear be the one that says, ah. That's the same factor that allows Mercedes to do it right or wrong, and then she accepts herself as teacher 50%, meaning I can do it better, meaning my ear knows it. You don't need to tell me, teacher, my ear knows it's 50%. Okay. And she did it in a record 1 minute, 46 seconds. Still, it's hard work, hard labor, and we're progressing towards something. So congratulations. 50% is not congratulations. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. It's better than 40%.
Yeah.
All right. Good. Good job, Alba. Thank you very much.
Thank you, teacher.
Let's listen to Edith.
10 tiny turtles, tidy twisted twine, teetering towards a towering treetop, trying to tackle troublesome tasks together. There is a delightful, dazzling daisies dance, dreamily darting dust, displaying delightful dabs of dewdrops, delicately descending down their delicate, dewy daisy disk. Pensive Penelope persistently prepared piles of plum, plush pillows, pleasantly pampering her pampered pet poodles, prancing proudly in their purple polka-dotted pajamas. Vivacious Valerie bravely brandished a bulky blue velvet bag, bursting with bountiful bittersweet berries, befitting great beavers by the babbling brook. Fitted tree, full thespian, thoroughly fried through their thrilling theater, fearlessly flaunting their flamboyant finery, while fiercely fighting ferocious foes and freeing faithful friends.
Boom. How long was that? How long did you take? That was pretty fluid. That was pretty fast, right? And that was accomplished in 1 minute. 1 minute. How do you feel? How do you feel, girl? Nancy, how do you feel?
I don't know, teacher, that was difficult, so hardly. And I don't know, I want to reach the speed by the artificial voice, but I can't. I love it when I try to make the video, and sometimes no, this don't sound the same way. I had to do again, yeah, by the word the we, do we. I say the we, no, do we, yeah. And the last tongue twister for me, the most harder was the last. The frog.
That was the hardest of the 5.
Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah, there's always some sounds. There's always some sounds. Might be the B for some, maybe the F for some, the THs. THs are harder normally for us because we don't have them really. I mean, maybe Spaniards, people from Spain, they do the a similar in their theta, maybe.
Okay.
I want to hear Juan Pablo, see how he did.
Yeah.
So
And
it's
I
interesting.
feel the drafts, by my drafts, and Flip. So I did maybe like 10 videos in Flip, but at moment, Flip doesn't charge my videos. Maybe,
Really?
yeah. So I have to do in my our phone camera, and Flip dijo, ya, no inventes un montón. Yeah. Because I wanna, I want to, I want to see the script, the subtitles by Flip, but I can, so I have to try again, but sometimes the word I correct it, but Flip decía, no, esa no, otra vez, o sea, no me la reconocía. Yeah, I'm
Crazy.
frustrated, so I'm gonna do this
But
now.
it's also because you're pronouncing fast, and some tongue twisters don't make any sense. Don't make much sense. And one of the key, let's say natural language programming keys for this kind of closed caption, automatic closed caption, automatically generated closed caption, it's dependent on context also. So it predicts what you're going to say, but obviously tongue twisters don't make any sense. So if you pronounce them fast enough, you confuse the algorithm. I mean, you're pretty much like putting the algorithm to the test by doing this. Yeah, it's not normally and traditionally it's not gonna do well because it's a lot of stuff together that sometimes don't make any sense. Yeah, so cut yourself some slack. Don't worry so much about the captions. It's not gonna work.
Oh yeah.
We can get Liana to do it too, and it's not gonna get it right. You'll see. We'll tell Liana to be one of them and see what happens.
That was interesting.
Yeah.
But I'll try it, teacher. And I love it. And I like the exercise. Thank
Good
you.
job. I could see that
Again.
sometimes you did them at a certain rhythm, and sometimes you varied the rhythm, like you could only do it fast in some places. Like boom, 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 boom. Did you notice that?
Yeah. Yeah, because this is these pause are because I remember I have two problems with the pronunciation, so I wanna do more clearly.
So you say that you maybe did this 10 times before.
More than.
Okay, let's say you did it 20 times or 25 times. 25 times. How many times would you say could you be away from perfection that you can say, okay, finally got it perfect? How many more times do you think it would take?
I don't know, teacher.
Just give me a number, like it doesn't matter. Obviously, it's not science, but you can feel like, oh, maybe.
I was trying to be competitive with the pronunciation by the artificial voice. So I don't know, maybe 10 times more. I don't know.
Great. So you're very close. If you did 25, 10 times more, that means what? Like 20% away? Like you're at 80%? That's great. Okay, that's the way you feel. And it, once again, is not rocket science. It's just the way you perceive yourself being. And once again, you have to give a lot of credit to your ear. That becomes your director. And that's precisely what we're trying to do with this exercise, is kind of getting aware as much as possible of our own way of sounding out English words, and especially connected. So great job.
Thanks, teacher.
Amazing. Thank you. Thank you for your dedication. Julie is next. Julie. All right, Julie, are you nervous? I'm nervous. Here's Julie.
Hello, everybody. So, probably in there.
Hang on. Let me take this off so we don't get distracted and start all over.
Hello, everybody. So, 10 tiny turtles tightly twisted twine, shooting toward the towering treetop, trying to tackle troublesome tasks together. Terrorists.
You needed to pause there, right? Together.
The next. Doris is delightful, dazzling, this is dance, dreamy, brooding, dance, displaying delightful dust of dewdrops delicately descending down their delicate dewy desi text.
You always finish with the last word, right? Yes. Together. The next.
So, next. Fancy Penelope persistently pepper pails of plum, blush pillows present, please, oh my God. One more time, once again. Fancy Penelope persistently pepper pails of plum, blush pillows pleasantly pampered hair, pampered pets, poodles prancing, proudly in their beautiful polka dirty pajamas.
And that's all. I think maybe 3 is enough. So
What's that?
That's all for my vignette for today, because I think 3 is enough. 5 now, 3.
And those are difficult, right?
Yeah.
Did you have fun?
Oh, always.
Always. Did you try to do it several times over, or this was like, okay, I'm gonna do it and whatever happens?
Yeah. I tried in my notebook, but in my cell phone, una vez. Y lo que fue, and that's all for my countries.
What do you think of this kind of exercise? I mean, it was your idea. What do you think of this kind of exercise? Why did you propose this kind of exercise? What was in your mind when you were thinking about this?
Oh, my mind is blowing every time. So this exercise is so fun for me and so fun for all my team. I love it. I really love it.
So your team practices with this type of exercises?
I hope.
You think? I mean, like your team at work?
Yeah.
You do? You use this?
Un poco. But I be honest with you, teacher, and this exercise is for me. And my free time in my job, when I take out and just found some tongue twister. So along I repeat one more time, la 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 la. When I finish, take out. So this is fun for me.
This is fun. All right. So thank you very much for this amazing idea. Once again, this was Julie's idea. And it was great because it goes perfectly with what we're trying to do, which is improve our pronunciation. And to improve our pronunciation, that we have already noticed, you have to notice the way you speak more closely. It's not just about learning how to pronounce and practicing the pronunciation. Is about taking the time to study your own sounds, the sounds that you try to make similar when you're mimicking English, right? Because that's what we do a lot in my course. We mimic English. We learn to mimic English each time better and better and better, right? And by doing the whole exercise of mimicking English, we learn to speak. Okay, it's inevitable. But in this exercise, we try to bring a sharper focus to how we sound, learning to trust our ear to be our guide. So once again, thank you, Julie, for introducing us to this fun activity. We all enjoyed. Everybody's like, sure, I loved it. Good. All right, I'm gonna try to work also with the script here side by side so you can follow with the next batch of guys, with the rest of the guys. Hang on a second. Let me do something here. Let me try to do something here. 1 second, just 1 second. See how this works. Hang on. Hang on tight. Just a second. I think it's gonna work. All right. And let me try once again. Share my screen. Right there, you can see the two, right? Now, good. Now you can follow. Great. So this was Juliet, and once again, Juliet, great job. Thank you. Let's go back to Eddie's here. Let's take a look at Eddie and then Goose.
Hi guys, here are my tongue twisters. 10 tiny turtle-style twisted twine, teetering towards the towering treetop, trying to tackle troublesome tasks together.
What was the most difficult word or group of words there for you to master, Eddie? Like, what gave you trouble?
Difficult was tutoring.
Teetering.
The first was tutoring.
Teetering, right? Teetering.
Yes, right.
Yeah, and especially because, and you have to appreciate something. Here we have a closed vowel, T, followed by a more relaxed vowel, teeter. And it's hard for us to comprehend this, obviously, because for us, that T sounds como R. Y la proximidad de esa R, que la pensamos en español, nos causa un ruido ahí enorme. ¿Sí? Igual debe ser pronunciar la palabra mantequilla, ¿cierto? Butter. Para nosotros debe ser terrible en ocasiones, ¿cierto? O murder, que es asesinato, right? Murdered, which is un mártir. Hay cosas que teniendo la tela aérea en proximidad nos dan mucha dificultad, pero yo creo que es más bien como la sensación de lo que tenemos como expectativa mezclada entre inglés y español. Teetering, I mean, like it can be helped if you think of the T between the vowels as a D, right? As we've been practicing D. So teetering, and little by little making it faster. Teetering. Okay. Teetering towards the towering treetops. Yeah, I also thought it was going to be a pain in the neck or a pain in the ass. I thought it was going to be painful. And yes, it was. Let's go on.
Doris is delightful. Dazzling daisies dance dreamily during decks, displaying delightful dabs of dewdrops, delightfully descending down their delight. Dewy daisy decks.
Couple of words you were off. Did you notice?
I noticed that dewdrops. I don't know that the decay is it was normal.
This one?
I think delicate.
That one was a little off. Let's listen.
Drugs. Delicately.
Did you say delicately?
Yeah, delicately the before.
Oh, this one.
But the next to the third word. The decay confused with the delicately.
Displaying delightful dabs of dewdrops, delicately descending down their delight.
Delight, right? Delight. Delicately delicate. And I think that there was also a little bit of an offbeat right here in delightful. I think you were saying delightful, and something happened with dusk, right? I think.
I say that, yes. I say that.
Doris is delightful.
Delightful.
I confused with the word delightful. The word, the taste.
Right.
Yes, similar to taste, delightful. I confused because that word it was in my mind all time, delightful, that I confused it. Delightful.
It happens.
Right?
Daisies dance dreamily during decks.
You said desk.
Decks.
Dazzling daisies dance dreamily during decks, displaying delightful dabs of dewdrops, delightfully descending down their delight. Dewy daisy decks.
Okay, good. And yeah, how did you feel up to this point? Were you feeling kind of hard, hopeful, happy? Were you having fun? Were you frustrated up to this point?
But I was a little bit frustrated because for me, I have to read the exercise. I never had been before. I always learn and memorize my scripts, my speechless. But in this occasion, it was different for me because I tried to put in practice a new strategy. My strategy was put the script in the two phonetics and put the script on natural readers and take out the pronunciation of the words and write down in my notebook and try to read the pronunciation of the words, but not the original script.
Okay.
That I tried to do that was my experiment, but I think that it was extremely it was a little bit
stressful.
Yes, a little bit stressful.
Good, that's fine. I mean, like, one thing that you say, which is very positive, is you broke away from your comfort. And that's what we need to do constantly. Eddie, I mean, you have to get out of comfort. Yes, getting out of comfort normally brings with it feelings that we haven't felt. That's because you're not in comfort anymore. Yeah, and that can be interpreted as frustration, tiredness, etc. All negative feelings because we're adapting. It's fine. I like it. I like that adaptation. Let's continue with pensive.
Pensive Penelope persistently prepared piles of plump, plush pillows, pleasantly pampering her pampered pet parrots, prancing proudly in their purple, polka-dotted pajamas.
Couple of things, you know, like I thought it was gonna be perfect. You were doing it so well, right? And a couple of things, I think that you said puddles instead of poodles, right?
Yes.
Puddles are charcos.
Sounds like parrots. Okay. Sounds like a loros.
Okay, parrots. It sounded to me more like puddles, which is charcos, not poodles. But good. Purple when it started to go also a little off. And this one obviously is a little frustrating to some because the L doesn't sound, right? Polka dotted pajamas.
Polka without L.
Yeah, without L, polka dotted pajamas. So to make all that sound together is the real tongue twister, polka dotted pajamas. And just like with the others that I mentioned before, you have the ebb and flow. You go fast and then goes a little bit slow and then go fast again. Let's try the next one.
Vivacious Valerie vibrantly brandish bulky blue velvet bag, bursting with a bountiful beaver-sweet berries, differing brief beavers by the babbling brook.
Did you notice anything?
Yes, I noticed a couple words. Babies.
This one right here.
Babies. Yes, biffering.
Oh yeah, because he was, and here's something that can also happen because of the tongue twister effect. You move the stress on the word. So it's not befitting, it's befitting. Befitting brave beavers by the babbling brook.
And bountiful. I believe that bountiful too.
You also butchered it? Okay, let's listen again.
Bulky blue velvet bag, bursting with a bountiful beaver.
Okay, I think you said bountiful. Bountiful. You added one extra N, right?
Prancing proudly in their purple, polka-dotted pajamas. Vivacious Valerie vibrantly brandish bulky blue velvet bag, bursting with a bountiful beaver sweet.
You added here with a bountiful, right? I think that you took away this A and put it here for whatever reason.
Yes.
Differing brief
I did that.
by the babbling brook.
Good. That, yeah. Once again, I mean, like sometimes you wouldn't believe how powerful it is to go like, especially for V's and B's, because it's all in the lips. So making those transitions, especially with the sounds of a different language, obviously, I mean, the combination of sounds of a different language, it doesn't work sometimes. So that's when you see mistakes that you're like, but I don't understand why I put that A there, why I take it away from where it really is, and help yourselves by you're like you know, like work out your lips. It's crazy, and it works.
The actors working in that way.
Oh yeah. Yeah, they do it, and you think that is a joke. It's not a joke. They're getting ready for work, because sometimes when you learn, especially when you learn your scripts, sometimes your mouth doesn't help you out, and it has happened to me in the past when I've needed to record a video from heart. I mean, having learned it from heart, that I just mess it up all the time, and I have to repeat it and repeat it and repeat it. And it's easy. It can be in Spanish or in English, doesn't matter, and just your mouth doesn't help. And so, right?
Right.
Just helps. It helps. All right, so the last one is 33 thoughtful thespians.
33 thoughtful thespians thoroughly drive through their thrilling tutor and fiercely flaunting their flamboyant finery while fiercely fighting ferocious foes and frying faithful friends.
You notice anything?
And a bunch of words and like fiercely, wild after wild, fiercely. I confused two words, fiercely and fiercely.
Oh, fiercely and ferocious.
Fiercely before flaunting. And
okay. Fearlessly.
Fearlessly, yes.
And then fiercely. Yeah, that's crazy, man. I know.
And that consists that the tongue twisted.
That is the tongue twister.
Yes, that is the word.
But look, the magic here, once again, the magic here is that you can hear it. Come on, that's the magic that we're after. The magic that we're after is that you give its full faculty. I mean, that you give your ear its full faculty to monitor the way your mouth moves. That's amazing because that is a solid step in front towards fluency.
For sure.
And obviously, the real measure of perfection is when we practice in improv that we do, takes me to, is keeping the rhythm. And as you notice, sometimes you need to deposit more weight in certain words. Well, if you do it, then do it in a rhythmical way. Okay, 10 tiny turtles, tightly twisted twine, teetering towards the towering treetop, trying to tackle troublesome tasks together. That is a technique that uses Mr. Famous MC Eminem, Marshall Mathers. Yeah, so it's also good practice that you listen to some of his songs, maybe some of the oldies de las viejitas, and you start to listen to the way that he raps, the way that he coordinates and he makes his beats sound rhythmic. It's something that helps him pronounce faster. Yeah, it's evident in a song like this. Let me see if I can remember the name.
And other thing that I had to do was split the video in several parts. One tongue twister tongue and segment in 5 parts, but I never have done that. I always recording my video in 1 part, but in this occasion I get out totally in my comfort zone.
Yeah, this was out of your comfort and it was befitting to what you want to do. The word befitting es que sirve para lo que estás haciendo. Great. Out of the comfort is the best way to stay. I mean, the safest place to be is out of comfort, especially if you want to continue learning. And that is where we encounter the proverbial wall or the proverbial box that people say, think out of the box. And then my pet peeve is, where is the freaking box? I don't see anything. Yeah. Where is the wall? I have been B2 forever. I'm ready for C1. And I study and study and study and I never get it. Where is that wall, that invisible wall that I can't get past? Sometimes is the fact that you're in comfort. And all it takes is for you to stay out of comfort. That's the safest place to be if you want to continue your learning career. There is a good song. It's a good song. The Way I Am by Eminem. Okay? Follow the lyrics and see how he plays the rhythm in some of the words. And that's the way he helps himself with rhythm. Okay? Even with rap lyrics that he sings even at a faster clip, okay, a faster pace, he also uses the same technique, emphasizing certain words. Okay, so you can also do it, but make it in predictable patterns to you. That's the key element for getting those tongue twisters out of the ballpark. Pegarles fuera, sacarla del estadio con ellos. That's the way you do it. And I can give you more tongue twisters. Obviously, I can give you hundreds. Okay, and you can continue to practice. It's good. It's good. It's gymnasium for the mouth. Okay, keep practicing. Stay out of comfort. And once again, The Way I Am by Eminem and other lyrics and songs, just try to sing it along with the artist and try to be conscious and aware of where he's placing more effort or stresses to create a rhythm that he relies on, that he can depend on, to give him kind of, I don't know, sanity in the way he sings. Okay. So it's interesting. All right. Let's get back on track. Okay, let me probably share with you this. 1 second. Or I like, you know what I like better than this? Genius. This one is my favorite because you can find here references also to why this song says this, why this song says that. Okay, let's go there. Like here. Zigzag is a brand of rolling papers that was paid homage to one of the covers of Dr. Dre's The Chronic. At the time, Eminem was often under the influence of drugs. When writing his raps, the drugs helped him remain focused on his penmanship. Okay, so that's why if you want to understand the lyrics, maybe Genius is better because Genius gives you sort of a biography of the song. Okay, a description of why the song is that way, what it means, what is the character adopted by the singer in that part of the song, etc. What inspires him, etc. So I'm going to share that also on WhatsApp. There. Whoops. What did I do? Is it back on this? Okay, yes, that's good. I shared the right one. And let me check out this one and the way I am YouTube. The way I am, dirty version, the way I am. Yeah. I understand, wish to proceed. Okay, fine.
This game, you're not ready.
Yeah, obviously, some of the lyrics used by Eminem are controversial because he talks about topics that are strong, as many rock musicians and rap musicians do, because they find a channel to discuss things that you don't normally talk in public, right? And they find an audience too for that. Yeah, might be crazy lyrics, strong, etc., but appreciate it for what they are, rhymes as well, which is what we want to work with. But if you don't like that kind of music, don't need to listen to it. And they're obviously happier tunes to listen to. But yeah, just talking off the top of my mind from what I know. And Mr. Eminem, also known, Marshall Mathers is his name, or Mr. Eminem, is a very good MC. He's a very good rap artist, and do where I mean, you have to give credit where credit is due. The guy deserves credit. He is very talented, and this guy is very hardworking at what he does. Or I don't know if he still is writing music, but he was very studious. I mean, this guy was not just any fool. This guy was very, very studious. I think I watched an interview that they were making of how he came up with these rhymes, and really cool. How Eminem writes his lyrics. Interview ideas working. Eminem speaks about how he writes. I don't know, there's one interview that I watched that was pretty cool. Well, if I find it, I'll let you know. Or if somebody finds anything interesting, just share it. Guy is a machine when it comes to work. Just telling you that is interesting. Just find out more about the artist. Strong lyrics, though. Yeah. And let's listen to, is Bernardo here? No, Bernardo's not here. Is he? No, Bernardo's not here. Who's here? We have Gustavo. Let's watch Gustavo because he's here. Who's here? Hang on. What am I doing here? Probably it's better to do this. This and this. And Gustavo.
Hello guys, what's going on? This is my tongue twister. 10 tiny turtle style twisted train teetering towards the towering treetop, trying to tackle troublesome tasks together.
Any troublesome words there, Gus?
No, teacher. This first paragraph, sure, how to water.
Okay.
Doris is delightful, dazzling. Daisies danced dreamily during ducks, displaying delightful dots of dewdrops delicately descending down their delicate dew daisy deeds.
How did you feel here?
Teacher, this exercise is holy shit, but I feel
Holy shit.
holy shit, but I feel good. But when I pronounce, it's harder. Harder. But with this exercise, we can learn about the pronouns, about the rhythm, intonation. I transcribe the two phonetics in the paper for this study when I was when I was working. But the exercises is good. I like it. I love it. I try to practice again and again.
Good job, man. Good job. Let's go on with pensive Penelope.
Pensive Penelope personally prepared pellets of plum, plush pillows, pleasantly pampering her pampered pet poodles, praising proudly in their purple polka-dotted pajamas.
Okay, and one of the challenges here with this exercise as well is the linking. Yeah, it's the linking. How can you link all those? Where can you link easily? Like piles of plum. You know, like here, it would sound more like this. Okay, it would sound like this more or less. Piles of plum, plush pillows, right?
Okay, got it, teacher.
Consistently prepare piles of plum. There you go. I went off there. Piles of plum, plush pillows. Yeah, crazy. Yeah, and remember that you have to aspirate all your P's, right? Pensive Penelope persistently prepared piles of plush pillows, right? Pleasantly pampering her pampered pets, poodles, prancing proudly in the purple polka-dotted pajamas. So you have to, and that's hard. It's not easy, right? I went off again here, plum, plush pillows, plush pillows. Then there's only one P here. Plum, plush, only one P. Pillows pleasantly pampering.
Plum plush.
Plum plush pillows pleasantly pampering her pampered pet poodles, prancing proudly. Woo! Yeah, and add to that the fact that here there is no clear definition of where the semantic block begins and ends. So it's for as far as you can go with your pulmonar or your lung capacity. Pensive Penelope persistently prepared piles of plum plush pillows. Yeah, there. All right, let's listen to the next. Vivacious.
Vivacious, vibrantly, brownish, a bulky blue, velvet bath, bursting with bountiful, bitter, sweet berries. By feeding breath, be bars by the baby brock.
Woo! How was that? Crazy?
Teacher, crazy. Teacher, vivacious is the pronunciation, vivacious?
Vivacious, Valerie, vibrantly and vivacious. Vibrantly brandish a bulky blue velvet bag.
Okay, brandishta,
because you connect here. Brandish the bulky blue velvet bag. Brandish the bulky blue velvet bag. Crazy, right? And there, it helps. Yeah. You know, like make as many faces as you can. It helps because it stretches your muscles on your face. You got muscles in your face, and some people just never think about it. The only thing that muscles are here, muscles are there, muscles are here, muscles are there. Here, all of these is made of muscles, many muscles. How many muscles in the face? Do you know? Let's ask ChatGPT. Why not? We got ChatGPT for everything, right? Hang on. Chat. How many muscles in your face? "43 muscles approximately, my friends. And you go to the gym only to work this. Work the 43 muscles. How? Do that. As many faces as you can. And it helps. It helps, okay? That's the way you warm up your voice too. You got to be conscious of your mouth. Yeah. Crazy? That's the way it is. Okay? Going back right here. And the last one.
33 thoughtful thespian thoroughly drift through their thrilling theater, frivolously floating their flamboyant finery whales, freely fighting, ferocious foes, and fellow friends.
Woo! Crazy. I know. Which one was the most difficult to you, Goose? 1, 2, 3, or 4?
Teacher, 4, because I try to pronounce the 33 thoughtful thespians thoroughly drift is the 4 paragraph is the hardest.
Yeah, so pay attention and you can do more of this, okay? Look at this. There are 2 sounds here that are combined in this one. The sound of the TH, right? And the sound of the F and TH. So you can come here, ChatGPT once again, right? And tell the chat, well, this time, make me 5 tongue twisters that feature the sound or the letters TH and F in them. Okay, look at that. Look what I did. Okay, make me or write me 5 tongue twisters that feature the letters TH and F in them. Got it? I think that's clear enough, but or the letters there. How about that? Go. 33 thirsty thieves thoughtfully thanked the friendly fisherman for their freshly fried fish. Right here, first one. Second, Freshly thought, feather, the thief's hat, though. I went bad there. I went wrong. Freshly thought, feathers, the thief's hat, though. The thoughtless thief thought they were thistles. Fiona's father fumbled with the 3 thick thimbles, while thrifty. Fergus found 5 fat frogs. Wow. 5 fat frogs. A frothy, foamy fountain flowed freely through the 30 thieves' fingers. She sells by the seashore, but the seashell she sells surely smell fishy to me, etc. Okay, give him 5 more. Give me 5 more. Give me 5. You know, you can make any combination of sounds. If you think V and F, then just like that, repeat the same request. Change the letters to, say, for example, V and B, that I noticed that some of you just kind of had trouble with too as well. So there. Victor's vibrant velvet vest vexed the buzzing bees. Barbara blew vibrant bubbles while Valerie vigorously vacuumed velvet. Vivian's vivid vocabulary bewildered Bob the bumbling barber. Benny's baby brother grabbed the vibrant violet vase. The verbose there you go. I went off there. The verbose violinist vigorously vibrated the bow, creating beautiful music. There, you know, like just practice. That's all you need. That's it. You see, like, make 5 tongue twisters that feature the letters boom and boom. And then investigate and try to find those 2 sounds or 3 sounds that when you have them together, they give you trouble. Okay? So don't even wait for me to give you more tongue twisters. Just make your own. And if you discover one that is a mother of all imbecile, stupid idiots, then share it in the WhatsApp group so we can all have fun with it. Give it a crack. Got it? It's pretty simple. Just go to ChatGPT, make me a tongue twister featuring these 2 letter combinations. Right? Or that have long vowels, short vowels, the vowel A pronounced in different ways. It works, okay? So you just use your imagination. Once again, give me 5 tongue twisters that feature the letter A with various sounds, okay? For example, or in all its possible sounds. How about that? Give me 5 tongue twisters that feature the letter A in all its possible sounds. Boom. Here. Adam asked Abby about the apples as he acted out an acrobatic act. Annie and Andy had an argument about an adorable, amiable alligator. Arthur artfully arranged an assortment of aromatic apples. Anna saw a hawk soar above the aquamarine lake while eating an avocado. Amanda's cat attacked the antelope in the African savanna, astonishing all observers. And that's the crazy thing, right? And that's it. I mean, as far as your imagination takes you, you can just give that command or request of ChatGPT, and you're going to get an answer and then practice. And again, if you find something that is a gem, a true gem, like, wow, that is going to break the jaw of even Liana, the teacher, Chuck, everybody's, then share it with us. Find stuff you can create through ChatGPT. See, you don't need to find the perfect tongue twister book. You can create your own tongue twisters. Got it? Okay.
Got it, teacher.
Good job, Goose. That was fun. That was fun, my friend. Oh, here is the Spaniard. I want to hear the Spaniard. Okay. Where are we? Hang
Teacher,
on. Yes.
teacher, fun fact.
Yeah, what
When
is it?
we are smiling, we have to move. We have to move 20, no, sorry, 13
13.
muscles of the face.
Yeah.
And when we have to kiss, when we are kissing, we move 34 of our muscles.
Wow. So it's hard to kiss.
Yeah.
Well, good kissers, because there are also bad kissers and good kissers.
Yeah.
Maybe
okay.
a bad
That
kisser
was the
only
fun
moves
fact.
13.
Yeah, teacher.
Interesting fact. And I also know another fact, another fun fact, is that it requires more muscles to frown than to smile. Fun fact, is easier to smile. Less work, less energy is expended. Interesting fact. And here's our ambassador of Europe now, because he's the only one in Europe. Titi came back to Colombia. Titi is in the basic course now. Titi came back to Colombia. Lily, she is now with a different teacher because I kicked her out and she went to another teacher. And who else? Tere is not with us anymore, obviously. What was the other guy's name? Our other student from Barcelona? Forgot. Well, this is the only guy now in Europe. So he's our European ambassador. And let's listen to him.
10 tiny turtles tightly twisted, twine, cheering towards the towering treetop, trying to tackle troublesome tasks together. Doris delightful, dazzling daisies dance dreamily during dusk, displaying delightful dabs of glitters, delicately descending down their delicate. Dewey daisy this. Pensive Penelope persistently preparing piles of plum, plus pillows, pleasantly pampering her pampered pet powders, prancing proudly in their purple, polka dot pajamas. Vivacious Valerie vibrantly brandishes a bulky blue velvet bag, bursting with bountiful, bittersweet berries, buffering brave beavers by the babbling brook. 33 thoughtful thespian thorough fried through their thrilling theater, fearless flaunting their flamboyant finery while fiercely fighting ferocious foes and freeing faithful friends.
Good job.
10 tiny turtles tightly twisted twine.
She's a professional. We don't need to watch her again because she's gonna like smack us across the face. Get out of here.
Next.
Yeah, next. She's too good, right? It's like you feel intimidated and degraded. Yeah, Doris is tough. This is a tough combination. You know, when you have those apostrophes, S's after S's, then you need to add an extra syllable. Doris's. Remember, for the ones that missed it, we can use ChatGPT as well to get the pronunciation. Let me see. Hang on. Doris is that right here. This was upon Mercy's request. How do I know how to pronounce those? Go to phonetics, or you can also go to ChatGPT and say, show me how to pronounce this. Simple. And then it shows you word for word. However, here, ChatGPT use respelling. What is respelling? Is an alternative way to spell out words, recycling real words, for example, door. Yeah. For example, you see, send. You see, it's obviously drops words. Down stays the same. And then having their own perception of things like UH and also IH are schwas. So it's an alternative. That's for gringos. This is the way gringos understand, because they also need to to know sometimes how to pronounce something they've never heard before. So they open up the dictionary, they look up the word, and this is the way they understand it. They don't understand IPA, what we use. But we can also say to chat, can you help me using or by using international phonetic alphabet this time, for example. And sure enough, this is what we know. Doris is delightful, dazzling, daisies, danced dreamily during dusk, displaying delightful dabs of dewdrops delicately. And sure enough, this is something that maybe is new to you, all of these things, what you're seeing right here. That's because that's mostly used in British IPA. So you can also say, can you repeat this time using, whoops, shoot, sorry. I botched it. I apologize. 1 second, be patient, sorry. This time using American IPA. See if it happens for us. Yep, sure. Now we don't have those things. Doris is delightful, dazzling, daisies. This is more like what we see on two phonetics. So now you don't necessarily need to have two phonetics. Okay. Also, can you write it all down in a continuous string as the original, but using American IPA to be clear? Sure. And it looks now like what we see on two phonetics, just like that. See? Doris is delightful, dazzling, daisies dance dreamily during dusk, displaying the delightful dabs of dewdrops delicately descending down their delicate dew daisy disc. Boom. Right? So as you can see, ChatGPT can be all the web pages you used to have before.
Teacher, I have a question.
Yeah.
How to pronounce the words destiny? These words is sent in A and
This?
Yeah. How to pronounce
It's pronounced
this?
A.
Yeah.
A. Open A like you're smiling. A. A. A.
Okay.
Dazzling. Dazzling.
Dazzling.
Yeah.
Okay.
And there you go. Okay.
Teacher, and then here we have to pronounce dewdrops.
Some people do. I don't.
Only
I say
two?
dewdrops. Like, pay attention to the American version, the way they understand it. Where is it?
At the middle.
Right here.
Dewdrops.
Or look at this. Do, right?
Uh-huh.
Only
I found it that
only
way.
some Americans pronounce dew, news, but a whole bunch. I would say the majority of Americans pronounce dew and news. Oh, did you see the news? News, not news. But some Americans say news. But the tendency always is to pronounce everything in a shorter fashion. So news becomes more common. News, dew, dewdrops, que son las gotas de rocío, ¿verdad? Dewdrops. All right. Yeah, and let's see who else we got here. Who else is here that we haven't watched? No, we already watched everybody here, right? I think. Or is there anybody here who we have not watched yet? I guess everybody has been watched. Let's continue with our other friends. We got a young talent, Aolani. She's Aolani's daughter from Tijuana, Mexico. Let's listen to her powerful pronunciation patterns. Younger voices. Let's see how she does. Okay. And those Mexicans, I think, are winning, right? I think those Mexicans are good, really good, right? What do you feel? Here she is.
10 tiny turtles tightly twined, teetering towards that towering treetop, trying to tackle troublesome tasks together. Doris, delightful, dazzling daisies dance dreamily during dusk, displaying delightful dabs of teardrops, delicately descending down their delicate, dewy daisy disk. Pensive Penelope persistently prepared piles of plump plush pillows, pleasantly pampering her pampered pet burros, prancing proudly in their purple polka-dotted pajamas. Vivacious Valerie Marpenly.
One second, I didn't hear something here I want to hear.
Burros, prancing proudly in their purple polka-dotted pajamas. Vivacious Valerie Marpenly brandishes a bulky blue velvet bag, bursting with bountiful bittersweet berries, refining brave peppers by the babbling brook. 33 thoughtful thespians strongly strive through their drying tears, fiercely flaunting their flamboyant finery while fiercely fighting ferocious foes and feeding faithful friends.
All right. Good job, Aolani. My favorite by Aolani was the last one. Once again, like you start to see your favorite and your least favorite, and then you start to understand what sounds you need to work on. It's like, okay, so this one was my favorite, so that means that Aolani maybe doesn't need to pay so much attention to combinations such as T, H, and F. Yeah? I think that she had a little bit more trouble with the T's sometimes. No, not maybe the T's, maybe the D's. The D's, maybe, and also a little bit with the V's and B's, which is gonna be forever the Achilles heel of Latin speakers, B's and V's. We don't make the B's be, you know, like marked enough, and the V's don't sometimes sound like B's, so tough. I think she said polka again. That L doesn't sound. Here's something that decreases speed, which is what we were also looking for, speed. If you do this, plump, plush, takes more time. Just do the linking and go plump, plush, pillows, pleasantly pampering her pampered pet, poodles, prancing, etc. Pampering, blah, blah, boo, boo, boo. Yeah. Words that sometimes we don't pronounce correctly because it's not part of our vocabulary, maybe, like delicate, and you say delicate. No, it's delicate. So it turns into a schwa at the end, delicate. Same with delicately, delicately. And paying attention where the stress lies, delicately, 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 and delicate. First syllable. And we continue to have trouble with Doris's. Yeah, but good job. You gotta, you know, like maybe with the more expert speakers, you know, the ones that have, you know, have it, say, relatively more easily than the others, pay attention to the rhythm. That's the real telltale mark for them. Okay, the rhythm. You want to keep it at the same rhythm. Like when we play the game, it takes me to, takes me to, takes me to. The telltale sign that you're doing it right is you don't miss your beats. Okay, like music. Doris is delightful, dazzling, daisies dance dreamily during dance displaying delightful dabs of dewdrops, delicately. Yeah, I messed it up there. Okay, so just like that, that. Try to mark a rhythm. Try to get yourself in a rhythm, like you're singing a song. It helps. Let's listen to Liz Walsh.
10 tiny turtles tied towards twine, teetering towards the towered treetop, trying to tackle troublesome tacks together. Doris, delightful, dazzling daisies, dancing dreamily during dusk, displaying delightful dabs of droopers delicately descending down their delicate dew-dazing disk. Pensive Penelope persistently prepared piles of plump, plus pillows pleasant pampering her pampering pet puzzles prancing parlor in the purple, polka-dotted pajamas. Vivacious Valerie vibrantly brandishes a bulky blue velvet bag, bursting with bountiful bitter-sweet vibrantly. Vivacious Valerie vibrantly.
Pay attention to the lips. Make sure that she goes v versus b.
Prancing parlor in the purple, polka-dotted pajamas.
There.
Vivacious Valerie vibrantly brandishes a bulky blue velvet bag, bursting with bountiful bitter-sweet berries befitting great berries by Bambling Brook.
I think there was much more than v where it was supposed to be, right? So yeah, definitely. For example, for Liz, let's request more from ChatGPT versus b, right? And once again, like this comes as no surprise. This is to be expected. This comes as an expected return on this exercise, that you're gonna evidently see that you're missing placing your articulators correctly, spontaneously or fastly for the B's and the V's as you go. Yeah, so just request that of ChatGPT. Give me V's and B's in tongue twisters for you to train. I mean, like, this is urgent, for example, for people like Julie that works in a account center, and she needs to speak all day. So just warm up with B's and V's and make sure that it sounds cool, right? Great. Let's continue.
33 thoughtful thespians strongly tried through their thrilling theater fiercely flouting the flamboyant finery while fiercely fighting furious foes and freeing faithful friends.
Okay, don't see much of an issue with the THs for Liz. It was more the V's and the P's, V's and B's. Couple of words that are normally missed, part of vocabulary, or just not knowing that you say Doris's, Carlos's. Okay, that's why if you find a boyfriend, don't find a Carlos, because then when you speak in English, you say Carlos's, extra syllables. Oh, Carlos's hair, I love it. Yes, Carlos's. Yeah, get a different boyfriend. Yeah, Guillermo's, Henry's. No Carlos's, please. Doris's. Pedro's. Doris's delicately continues to be, like issues with that vocabulary word. Troublesome, she cut it short, trouble. Ignore the sum. Everybody, like, once again, vocabulary is polka, no polka, polka dotted. Fearlessly, yeah, it was when it's a bitch of a word. Yes. Okay, cool. Let's clear the slate. There. Good job, Liz. Excellent. Let's go on with who's next? Whoever's next. And that'd be bada bing, bada boom, Juanca. Juanca, who's not here. I don't know why.
Hello, everyone. This is my tongue twisters. 10 tiny torsos tightly twisted twine, teetering towards the towering treetop, trying to tackle some sons dance together.
Pretty good. That one, pretty good. We know that Juanca works a lot on his pronunciation. So this is the kind of person that you want to defocus the words and focus more on that he's doing it within a rhythm. He's trying to keep a rhythm, which is the way that you can sense that he's doing it right.
Delightful daisy dance songs dance together. Doris is delightful daisy dance trembly during dusk. Displaying delightful dabs on dewdrops, delicately descending down their delicate dew.
Continues to be delicate, continues to be the issue, is delicate, not delicate. Delicate. And it's, as you can see, everybody's. Okay. Had troubles with dewdrops, a little bit there, the dewdrops.
Daisy disc. Dabs on dewdrops, delicately descending down their delicate dewy daisy disc.
And as you see, when there is a word that is kind of faulty, you're not sure, you emphasize something that you don't need to emphasize. Down, they're delicate, or they're delicate, something that when you are experiencing doubt, maybe you misplace your stresses and you obliterate, you eliminate the rhythm that you were producing, or you change it.
Pensive Penelope persistent prepare piles on plop. Push pillow, pleasantly papering, and pamper per poodles, praising probably in the purple polka pajamas.
What was that? What was that? That sounded weird. I thought he was going to do it right, polka, right? But I don't know what happened there.
Praising probably in the purple polka pajamas.
I think he did a Joe Biden. Yo creo que hizo una de las aventuras de Joe Biden. Yeah? That was fun. That was fun.
Poodles, praising probably in the purple polka pajamas.
Joe Biden.
Vivacious valley, vibrantly branched and bulky blue velvet back.
Pay attention to the lips.
Vivacious valley, vibrantly branched and bulky blue velvet back. Pushing with vineful, bittersweet berries. Bedfilling brevers by Babylon Brook.
I think that he did it pretty decently. I liked it. You can see with the V's more teeth. You can see his teeth.
Poodles praising probably in the purple polka pajamas. Vivacious valley, vibrantly branched and bulky blue velvet back. Pushing with vineful, bittersweet berries. Befitting brevers by Babylon Brook.
Befitting.
33 doubtful thespian troughly drive though they tried thither, fiercely flouting their flamboyant finery while fiercely fighting ferocious foes and freely fightful friends.
Ferocious. I think that he's finally tiresome working with the THs and the Fs, sorry. Or maybe it's because it's the last one and he's already tired. So something that he needs to take into account. And if that's the case, just to eliminate all doubts, go to ChatGPT and ask for more THs and Fs. Very good with the V's and B's. I liked it. That was obviously the feature. Great job altogether. Good pronunciation. Measured by the rhythm. He tried to maintain his rhythm. A couple of times he lost it. And a couple of times he was creative, like Joe Biden. Okay. Very good. I liked it very much. Good rhythm. Did it all in 1 minute and 13 seconds or 16 seconds. Good mark. All right. Congrats. Let's move on to next. Diana Espinosa.
Hi, my friends. This is my tongue twister. 10 tiny turtles style twisted twine, teetering towards the twittering treetop, trying to tackle troublesome tasks together.
Couple of sounds were off, but altogether, lovely. And great rhythm. Strong beginning. I like it. Dianita has been working a lot on her pronunciation and is making amazing progress. And we have to congratulate that because that was something that she needed to work on. And she's doing it very consciously and she's working hard on it. So that's beautiful and I love it.
Doris delightful, dazzling dices danced drumily during dusk, displaying delightful doves of the props, delicately descending down their delicate, dicey desk.
Okay, it all goes to hell in delicate, right? But very
Yeah.
well for that, but delicate continues to be our kryptonite. And again, Doris is something that people just don't date a Doris or a Carlos. That's my suggestion, my recommendation. Pensive.
A pensive Penelope persistently prepared piles plum, plush pillows, pleasantly pampering her pampered pet puddles, prancing puddle in the purple, polka dotted pajamas.
Okay, polka. And careful with the EDs at the end. That's diminishing your speed because you add extra syllables, pampered. Yeah, prepared, pampered pet poodles. And remember that we're learning that the linking sounds, and in the linking sounds, many times when the D is followed by a consonant, it disappears. Yeah, so pretty much don't bother, just don't pronounce it. Prepared piles. You need to say prepared piles, as long as you make the P stronger. Prepared piles, same here. Pampered pet poodles prancing proudly in the purple, there. Polka dotted pajamas. Again, also pajamas, people normally don't pronounce pajamas, say pijamas en español o otra cosa diferente. Watch the mouth with vivacious Valerie vibrantly brandish a bulky blue velvet bag.
Vivacious Valerie by Barbary Bishop, a bulky blue velvet bag.
Okay, that one went to hell quickly, right? Like blah, 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 blah. Good. And pay attention, the b is more present. I don't see any teeth. No V's really. So something to work on.
Polka dotted pajamas. Vivacious Valerie by Barbary Bishop, a bulky blue velvet bag. Bursting with bountiful, bittersweet berries. Burying brave beavers be the Bible brook. 33, thoughtful, thespian, travel tribe, tail, twin theater. Surfaceless, facting there, flamboyant, fiery, wild, fiercely fighting, ferocious foes, and freely faithful friends.
Okay, once again, I don't know if the effect is the last one, they're tired, but this is the second time that we can see that the last one is the worst. You know, it's giving them more work, like 33, you can hear the tension here. Once again, might be the effect that is the last one of the whole series, and so they're tired. 33, yeah, it's a little bit more tense right here. I feel it tense right here. Okay, but it's again something to take in, give the benefit of the doubt to yourself, and imagine that maybe you have an issue with THs and Fs. Ask ChatGPT for more of that exercise, just to eliminate the doubt, all doubts. That's it. Very nice. Even though, once again, I want to mention that I'm loving the commitment, the consistency, and the hard work that this lady is putting in improving her pronunciation. That's something that you have to admire. Of course, she needs to continue working on it, but she has demonstrated interest and she's currently working on it. All right. So that's Dianita. Took her 1 minute and 38 seconds. And next is Johan. We know that Johan is pretty advanced, so let's check out his rhythms, okay? With Johan, we're going to defocus the individual words and we're gonna focus on the beats. Is there a beat or is he ebbing and flowing? And we know that where he ebbs is where the problems normally are located.
Hi guys, let's go. The first one, 10 tiny turtles tightly twisted, twine, teetering towards, towering treetops, trying to tackle troublesome tasks together.
As you can see, right here in the middle, again, with the teetering is where, you know, we start to perceive that the rhythm, the speed is changing. Therefore, the beat or the rhythm is compromised. There has to be something here, either towards or towering or treetop or teetering, and it's the combination of the many T's. I don't know what it is, but yeah, that's for him to resolve. I would say there is where I noticed a dip in the structure of his rhythm.
Second one, Doris's delightful, dazzling daisies danced dreamily during dusk, displayed delightful depths of dewdrops, delicate descending down the delicate, dewy daisy desk.
Now, pay attention. It can be circumstantial. It can be circumstantial. Maybe a couple of words are new, okay? That obviously adds stress, adds, you know, like space on your hard disk. But I noticed that the D's, moving the D's for Johan was a little heavier. A little heavier. Once again, it can be circumstantial. Maybe it's words that were new or that he hadn't sounded out in his life. Maybe. That would be giving him the benefit of the doubt. But all things being equal, D was harder compared to T for Johan. Interesting, right?
Third one. Pensive Penelope persistently prepared pile of plump plus peel of pleasantly pampering her pampered pet poodles, prancing proudly in their purple polka dotted pajamas.
Yeah, a little bit of issues there with the linking with the P's, right? Maybe so many P's, right?
Sorry. 4-1.
Pay attention to the lips. V's versus B's.
Vivacious, Valerie, vibrant.
B. You saw that? Okay. So he's got an issue with the V's.
Pajamas. Sorry. 4-1. Vivacious, Valerie vibrantly vanished a bulky blue velvet bag, bursting with bountiful bittersweet berries. Betty Fink brave, bavering by the babbling brook. Number 5. 33 truthful thespian thoroughly thrived through their thrilling theater, fearlessly flaunting their flamboyant finery while fiercely fighting ferocious foes and freeing faithful friends.
Once again, it's got to be the fact that it's the last one and you are tired, maybe. All right. Then that's it. I mean, like, I'm not going to go on and on the same theme, but the idea is that you are the best judge. And the idea with this exercise is keep doing it. That's the idea. And keep exploring those different combinations of sounds. Rely more on your ear for precision. And lastly, work your muscles, your 43 muscles in your mouth. I mean, around your mouth, your face. It works. Things get better with practice always. Great. I think it's great. He did it in 1 minute, 32 seconds. Amazing. Great marks. And now our customer. Adri. Hace rato que no veía la Adri. Adri from Bello viene con sus tongue twisters. Let's listen.
Hey guys, this is my tongue twister. 10 tiny.
One of the things that you should have known is don't give me introductions porque eso toma segundos. ¿Sí o no? Si estamos participando por tiempo, de una vez. 10 tiny twisters. No como, hi, how are you? Welcome to my life. Let's continue. No, just, and don't, no, number 1, number 2, know that. Don't buy yourself time. Brr, quick. Yeah, maybe a little bit space between one and the other. 10 tiny twisters. Doris is delightful to try and do. Okay. There she goes.
Torso style, twist, twining, tethering toward the turning triple, trying to tackle transient tasks together. This is delightful, designing dance drummery during dusk, displaying delightful dance of drew delicately descending down the delicate downy dice disc.
I kind of like the D's better than the T's. I like the D's better than the T's. They were more pleasant and rolled easily, more easily than the T's.
Pensai Penelope percentile part, piles of plume.
I think the P is hard. I think it's my perception. Once again, we need to let her speak and see how she feels.
Pensai Penelope percentile part, piles of plume, plus pillows plus Antling, pampering her pampered pets Paulis. Prancing Pauli in their purple polka dotted pajamas.
And how you evidence that is the variation in the rhythm. Okay? If you present variation, go back. You need to work more on your P's. And the P's need to be, again, aspirated. While the B's is the same quality of sound, but no aspiration. But no aspiration. Let's check out the teeth. The teeth.
Vivacious Valerie Vibram brandish a bulky blue velvet bag, pulsing with bountiful, bittersweet berries, buffering bright birds by the bubbling brook.
I think it was intermittent. She did it at the beginning, but then she switched to not doing it. Sometimes it also presents a challenge when it's at the beginning of the word. Sometimes this kind of combination is hard. B followed by V. Okay, but I noticed it that she was stronger pronouncing it, especially at the beginning of the word. Interesting. Let's take a look at TH and F.
33 thoughtful, thespian struggle, try, throw, the trolley tutored. Firstly, fouling their flamboyant, finally with firstly flying fairies falls and filing friends. Okay, again, vocabulary is the issue. Sometimes new words cause trouble, especially in the production of the right vowel sound. But no issues with the TH or the F. I liked it very much. I think it was very fluent. And as you could see, the rhythm was unbroken. It was maintained. Same speed, regular cadence. Loved it. Great job. And it's great to see you again, Adri. Love your videos. All right. And who's next? We got Diana Quintero. Yes, Diana Quintero, love her.
Hello. Okay. 10 teeny turtles totally twisted twine. Tethering towards the towering trumpet, trying.
Issues with the T. It starts to sound right, and then she starts to make it more fricative. Having T-tops, a little bit of that. Okay.
10 teeny turtles totally twisted twine. Tethering towards the towering trumpet, trying to tackle troublesome tasks together. Doris, gleeful dancing daisies, danced dreamily during dusk, displaying delightful dabs of delicate descending down their delicate dewy daisy disc. Pensive Penelope persistently prepared piles of plume. Plush pilots pleasantly preparing her prepared pet poodles, praising poodle in their purple polka-dotted pajamas. Vivacious, barely brilliantly British, a pulky blue velvet bag, bursting with wonderful bittersweet berries, very think brave beavers by the blazing brook. 33 throwings full defiance, thoroughly drive through their thrilling terror. Frizzly frothing their flamboyant finery while fiercely fighting ferocious foes and freely faithful friends.
Good. Got it in a minute and 24 seconds. I think that most of the things here is new vocabulary. And as is going to be the case with most of you. those troublesome sounds is not because of the combination of sounds, it's because of the novelty. You hadn't seen that word before, and sometimes it's hard to remember whether you pronounce it dusk or dusk, for example, whether you say delightful or delightful, etc. Yeah. And some of the old mistakes that we have seen in others is just continue to appear here. V's versus B's, couple of sounds are harder for some than for others, and vice versa. Doris's, those extra syllables, the EDs at the end sometimes are very commonly just not followed correctly. And again, new vocabulary, like where the stress is, how the quality of the vowel sounds out in each word that we see that is new, etc. In general, good. Yeah. Once again, what you have to watch is your rhythm. Is your rhythm changing? Then there's something there where the dip happened. Good job, Diana. Thank you. Noticed that she was having fun there. Of course, it's troublesome, all of these words together. Next one is Angela from the United States.
Hi, guys. Okay, here we go. 10 tiny turtles tightly twisted twine, tittering towards to the towering tree, trying to tackle troublesome tasks together. Doris is delightful, dazzling Daisy dance dreamily during ducks, displaying delightful dust of drip drops dedicated descending down their delicate dewy Daisy index. Pansy Penelope persistently prepared piles of prom plus piles, prancingly pampering her pampered pepales, prancing proudly in their purple polka adopted pajamas.
Okay, as you can see, she starts very strongly with those P's. That's something that I just noticed with Angie. Starts with the P's, very well aspirated, Pansy Penelope, and then starts to get less and less aspirated up to the word pajamas. Pajamas, that's the way it sounds, pajamas, como que fuera una P. Okay, and you can hear it now clearly, now that I put.
Piles of prom plus piles, prancingly pampering her pampered pepales, prancing proudly in their purple polka adopted pajamas.
Yeah. And another thing is that even if you don't notice this, those B's and P's are easy to pick out, to differentiate. And if you don't aspirate your P's, basically to an American, you're pronouncing B's. All right. Now examining the V's and V's and B's.
Vivacious, biley, vibrantly, brandishes a buckly blue baby back. Brunchy with bountiful, bitter sweet berries, bitterly brave, baby by blackberry brook.
Okay, so definitely need to work on the V's, which is the issue. And yeah, I think that she pronounces them correctly twice out of all the whole group. I think the tendency, as for every other Latin among us, is to pronounce B's instead of V's, especially in some combinations. And let's go with THs and Fs.
Territory, thoughtful, thespian, thoroughly tree, through the thrilling theater, fairly floating their flamboyant finery while fairly ficting, fairly food and fairly faithful friends.
I like the Fs. I didn't like the THs. The THs are lacking and they're sounding more like Ts. Okay, just something to work on. Once again, the idea here is, I don't know. That's my perception. But the most important feedback here is your own, really. For this vignette, the most important feedback is yours. So just take a look at it and say, okay, yeah, maybe, or maybe it's because I was tired. Go to ChatGPT, generate 10, 15 tongue twisters, mixing the sound combinations TH and F, or TH and another one, V, if that's confusing to you. Start playing with different sound combinations. And good job, Angie. Thank you very much. So brave. And here's Pao Duque.
Hi guys, here I go with my tongue twister. 10 tiny turtles tightly twisted twine, tiding towards the towering tree-top, trying to tackle troublesome tasks together.
Okay, first thing I noticed is she's not aspirating the T's very much. So she might be risking being understood as pronouncing D's instead of T's. That's a risk. 10 tiny turtles tightly twisted twine. Instead of saying 10 tiny turtles tightly twisted twine, sounds like a D more or less. I pronounce it now with a D. 10 tiny turtles tightly twisted twine. That's a D. Versus 10 tiny turtles tightly twisted twine. Right? Teetering towards the towering treetop, trying to tackle troublesome tasks together. I ran out of air right there. But yeah, definitely aspiration is something that is lacking in Pao's pronunciation. Now, D should be fine. Let's see what happens.
Doris's delightful, dazzling, delightful dabs of dewdrops delicately descending down their delicate, dewy daisy desk.
I think the D sound good, and maybe the variation in the rhythm and the little bit of trouble that we experience there is new vocabulary. That's it.
Penelope persistent.
Again, it's going to sound here like she's pronouncing B's. Bends Penelope persistently prepared piles of plum, even if she doesn't recognize it for being so, because Americans are going to be expecting hence Penelope persistently prepared piles of plump plush pillows. A little bit more plosive. Hence Penelope persistently prepared piles of plump plush pillows, pleasantly pampering her pampered pet poodles prancing proudly in the purple polka dotted pajamas. But she's pronouncing more like bees, right?
Penelope persistently prepared piles of plump plush pillows, presently pampering her pampered pet poodles, prancing proudly in their purple polka-dotted pajamas.
So it's going to sound like a B more, most likely to Americans. It's like she pronounced pajamas. Pajamas. Okay. Aspiration, both in the T's and the P's. Now, the one that we need to test, and I didn't test it in here because we didn't have enough space, is the G's and the K's. So the G's should be aspirated too. But that's something that you can also try for yourselves.
Vivacious Valerie vibrantly brandishes a bag.
No V's so far. No V's.
Poodles, prancing proudly in their purple polka-dotted pajamas. Vivacious Valerie vibrantly brandishes a bulky blue velvet bag, bursting with baneful, bittersweet berries, befriending brave vipers by the babbling brook.
Okay, working on V's, definitely.
The last one, very tactful thespian hurriedly drive
It's sounding like D's instead of THs.
through their thrilling theater, firstly flooding the flamboy and finery while fiercely fighting ferocious foes and freeing faithful friends.
Beautiful F. TH is missing. Sounds like a D. All right. Good job, Pao. Good job. And finally, that's it. That's it. Let me reset and see if somebody else has posted that we missed. Oh, yeah. We got Pao and Antonella. That's right. Rest of the people, it's all covered. So definitely Pao and Antonella. Let's go with Anto.
Okay.
Let's go. 10 tiny turtles tightly twisted twine.
Same as with Pau. No aspiration of the T. Danger or risk is going to sound like she's pronouncing D's. Okay, like 10 tiny turtles tightly twisted twine. Didn't do it that in tweet up. I know that she doesn't sound like that, but that's pretty much what she's risking sounding like to American ears.
10 tiny turtles tightly twisted twine. Terrain towards the towering treetop, trying to tackle troublesome tasks together.
Yeah, so the new vocabulary forces her to change the rhythm, because up to 10 tiny toes tightly twisted twine, she sounds more assertive, and then she goes more tentative, teetering towards the towering treetop. And yeah, no aspiration, not enough aspiration. We need more of that. And this is a check for everybody. Listen to your own again and go like, okay, yeah, I need more aspiration in T's, in P's.
Doris is delightful. Dazzling daisies dance dreamily during dusk, displaying delightful of dewdrops, delicately descending down their delicate daisy desk.
I loved it. That one was good. I loved it. I loved it very much. Let's see if she aspirates the P's.
Pensive Penelope persistently.
Sounds like B's. I'm sorry. I know that she's going to be like, no, teacher, sounds like a P. No, aspirate. Pensive Penelope persistently prepare piles of plush pillows, pleasantly pampering.
Prepare piles of plush pillow, pleasantly pampering her pampered pet poodles, prancing proudly in their purple polka-dotted pajamas.
Oh, that's it? She skipped the last two. She skipped the last two, or she's such a cheater. Huh? Tramposa. Very tramposa.
Okay,
right?
Let's go.
Rolls. Right?
Prancing proudly in their purple polka-dotted pajamas.
Oh, she cut the last two. So sad. All right. So, Pao Cristina.
Hello guys, hello teacher Fabian. These are my tongue twisters. Okay. 10 tiny toes tightly.
Good aspiration of the T. You hear the difference, right? That one was very good.
These are my tongue twisters. Okay. 10 tiny toes tightly twisted twine, tearing towards the towering treetop, trying to tackle troublesome tasks together. Doris is delightful. Dazzling daisies dance dreamily during dusk, displaying delightful dabs of dewdrops, delicate descending down their delicate dewy daisy discs. Pensive Penelope persistently prepared.
A little bit more aspiration on the P. Just a little bit more. Sounding a little flat, so the risk sounds like she's pronouncing B's. Pensive Penelope persistently prepared piles of blood. Yeah?
Down their delicate dewy daisy discs. Pensive Penelope persistently prepared piles of plush pillows, pleasantly pampering her pampered pet poodles, prancing proudly in their purple, polka-dotted pajamas. Vivacious Valerie vibrantly brandished a bulky blue velvet bag, bursting with bountiful bittersweet berries. Debating break beavers by the bubbling brook.
Okay, maybe a little bit more work on the V's for Pau as well.
33 thoughtful thespians thoroughly thrive through their thrilling theater, fiercely flaunting their flamboyant vanity while fiercely fighting ferocious foes and freeing faithful friends.
All right, that one was good.
flamboyant vanity, while bubbling brook. 33 thoughtful.
Yeah, that TH sounds pretty good. I love it. Great job. Also, great rhythm. Did it great. Had fun. Thank you. That was fantastic. Really good show right there. Anybody else? I think that's it. We collected 18 responses. Great job, everybody. Now, what is the what do we get in return? What's the great learning, the great lesson from here and on? Because it's from here on is the lesson, is showing yourselves how you sound, accepting yourselves for how you sound, paying attention to what sounds you're not producing to perfection, because why not? Perfection is key here. We want perfection. You want to be fluent. We want perfection. And these are the kind of things you got to get perfect or you just don't. Why? Because once again, fluency, especially for us in my course, is part empathy. You know, like considering what people understand, considering what people expect, we make our effort to try to make it as easy for them to understand and to get what we're trying to say as clearly as possible. The first time, fast enough, fluently. Okay. And to that end, just practice, practice, practice. And if you find out that some of those sounds are giving you trouble, guess what? You got ChatGPT. Ask for more of that. Tongue twisters galore. Galore is lots and lots. Practice. If you find some that you find favorite and you want other people to practice along with you, publish them on the WhatsApp group. That's it. Very nice show of your pronunciation. This was like a showdown, una demostración of your pronunciation prowess so far. I'm proud. You did it great. I'm going to hand out, I'm gonna share with you a survey where we're going to choose our favorite. The favorite is going to get a prize this time. Okay. Favorite is judged by how precise the sounds were made and how fast those say tongue twisters, rhymes, whatever, were pronounced. Record time. Okay. Take a little bit of consideration and take that away when people say hello, hi, how are you? Let's start. Take those away and see more or less. Okay, so these were my two favorite ones. And if you're going to take another look, then take away the hellos and see which one is faster and decide which one is your favorite based on whatever observations you notice. And let's choose the favorite to deliver the prize. Great job, everybody. Comments, questions, concerns after watching?
It's a exercise when you need to know the words and you need to listen that words, familiarize that words. And if you know the word, I believe after that, you pronounce well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's a vocabulary building exercise as well. And it teaches us, or it let's say it installs a certain discipline in the way that we experiment new words. Is okay, seriously, if it's a new word, let's work on figuring out how to pronounce it correctly and not make an effort that is kind of, because kind of is not going to work sometimes. Okay. You got to pronounce it the way it is. If you think that it's enough to say delicate, that's not enough, because it's enough for you. But let's remember that people that are listening to you don't say that, so it's not even close. Delicate to delicate. I mean, And I've said this before, stress is what they understand. Rhythm is what they understand. Contrast is what they understand. If you say delicate, the contrast is heavy to one side, while delicate is heavy to the other side. So you're not going to be, most likely, they're not going to understand what you said. And if that is all over what you say, then you're going to be speaking a different language to them. So it's just, I making that effort, having that discipline, they say that, what can I say? That way of thinking about new vocabulary installed permanently in your mind. You got to be serious about sounding out new words and sounding them out correctly, not close, not kind of, correctly. Because that's the only way you guarantee that those words are going to come out precisely as they're supposed to come out, to be heard. And this is something that we're going to apply from now on to our vignettes. Next vignette is not going to be a tongue twister. It's not going to be a control production. It's going to be, again, open production. But I want these principles to be applied now that you have noticed them. Comments?
In your mind, you need to be clear the sound the, p, v, the is totally different when you speak.
Good job. But that's what makes this entertaining. We need to work on a lot of things. Like they say in English, we got our work cut out for us. O sea, nos tenemos mucha tela que cortar. Y eso es rico. Eso es enriquecedor. A fin de cuentas, es un ejercicio mental también. Es rico uno como configurar nuevos sonidos. Y es rico cuando uno por fin logra sacar estos tongue twisters bien, una berraquera. También se puede trabajar con rimas. También es muy buen trabajo. Y nuevamente pídanle a ChatGPT que le haga poemas o rimas de cualquier cosa, cualquier tópico. Es más, usted muchas veces puede escoger hacer su viñeta en forma de poema, en forma de rima. ¿Sí? Y nuevamente, como hablaba más temprano con Eri, salirse uno del confort. ¿Sí? Si es que el confort de uno va hacia un extremo, pues visite el otro extremo. Si el extremo aquí es rima, cadencia, métrica, pues váyase hacia ese lado. Hable el mismo tema, pero háblelo desde un punto un punto sonoro más poético, más de cadencia, más de métrica, más de control de la pronunciación. Just saying.
Bob, I already have 3 favorites.
Oh.
3 favorites. Yes. I was watched all videos, but I choose 3 people, and I can say the names.
You
no?
choose if you want to say the names or if you want to keep it a secret, whatever you prefer.
No, I want to say the names. They are between Nancy and Bernardo and Johan. My 3 favorites.
Did I hear Bernardo? I don't. Where's Bernardo?
Yes, I love. It's a huge presentation.
Yes. Yes.
Did I skip it?
You know the design, graphic design.
I know, but I skipped it, right? I didn't hear it.
No,
I can hear it.
Okay, sorry.
I miss Bernardo, yes.
Yes, miss.
Sorry, I apologize. Yeah.
Hi guys, today I'm gonna do the 5 tongue twister challenge. I'm not sure I will do it well, but here we go. 10 tiny turtles tightly twisted twine, teetering towards the towering treetop, trying to tackle troublesome stacks together.
Wow, this guy is Scottman. Very nice.
well, but here we go. 10 tiny
Although a little bit more aspiration in the T's, because again, the risk here is that he's understood as sounding them out as D's, 10 tiny turtles. But some combinations sound more aspirated. Twisted twine sounds more aspirated.
We're in three talk, trying to tackle troublesome stacks together.
Okay, so at the beginning, a little bit soft, harder towards the end. I liked it.
Doris is delightful, dazzling, this is dance, dreamable during ducks, displaying the delightful depths of dewdrops, delicately descending down their delicate. Duet they see this.
Again, maybe circumstantial, but I found D's harder, heavier than T's for him. Harder and heavier to move. However, it might be, again, benefit of the doubt, new vocabulary.
Fancy Penelope persistently prepared piles of plum plush pillows.
Just a little bit more aspiration for my personal taste. Pensive, a little bit more aspiration. Pensive.
Fancy Penelope persistently prepared piles of plum plush pillows, pleasantly pampering her pampered pet poodles, prancing proudly in the purple polka-dotted pajamas.
Yeah, okay, so the funny thing here is that he might swear to God he's pronouncing P's, but a gringo could swear to God he's pronouncing B's. That's the risk right there. A little bit more aspiration on the P.
Vivacious Valerie vibrantly brandish a bulky blue velvet bag, bursting with bountiful bittersweet berries, beavering brave beavers by the bubbling brook.
I think he did it right really fast. I need to watch it again, but I think I was doing it right. But I saw too much tooth for the B's too, so that's why I'm uncertain. So I don't know if it's intermittent.
Vibrantly brandish a bulky blue velvet bag, bursting with bountiful bittersweet berries, beavering brave beavers by the bubbling brook.
I like it. I think he did it correctly. Through.
33 thoughtful thespians thoroughly try through the thrilling theater, firstly flaunting their flamboy, finally while fiercely fighting ferocious foes and freeing faithful friends.
I think a little bit more aspiration on the F, just a little bit for my personal taste.
33 thoughtful thespians thoroughly.
And also on the TH. I think TH and F, a little bit more aspiration. 33 thoughtful thespians, I think is buffering a little, like 33 thoughtful thespians.
Try through the thrilling theater, firstly flaunting their flamboy, finally while fiercely fighting ferocious foes.
Now, what happens when you don't aspirate the F? It might sound like a V. Yeah? Fiercely flaunting, flamboyant, finally, while fiercely fighting ferociously foes and freeing inviteful friends. I try to pronounce them all with V's there. And you can hear the difference with flamboyant, finally, fiercely fighting ferocious foes and freeing faithful friends. Sounds different, right? A little bit.
Try through the thrilling theater, firstly flaunting their flamboy, finally while fiercely fighting ferocious foes and freeing faithful friends.
But very, very, very fluent. Okay, so yeah, I got distracted and I cut you off, Eddie. Edith, Bernardo, and
my third favorite is Johan.
And Johan. Okay, got it. Perfect. Okay,
but
good.
If you ask me what person I choose, for me, it's a difficult decision. It was, but I choose Nancy.
Oh, wow, good. And it means a lot coming from you, Eddie.
For me, it's my opinion. Yes, my opinion.
I know that you're one of our capataces, along with Juanca. Juanca has been kind of quiet today. I think Juanca se disgustó o está comiendo mazamorra con bocadillo mínimo. He emerges.
Uy, appears.
La superficie. Reventó.
Juanca has a long face.
Long time no see.
Long time no
We
see.
are recording, my friend. We are recording. No problem. No worry.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Sorry.
I'm sorry, I'm late, but better long.
Better than late.
Late than never.
Than never.
That's true. Yes, better late than never. You're right.
Late than never. So I didn't watch everything, so I can't mention my humble opinion about the tongue twister.
All right, but it was great. I'm very happy with this exercise because we need to work more on pronunciation. Like I've said, we need to double down on pronunciation as it is. Okay, double down on it, really do. So I'll be making changes as we go. Hopefully we can use more our gringo friends too in pronunciation. Although, you know, like reading with them helps a lot, but I want you to be more active, pronounce more, okay? Not just follow the leader, but also, you know, you be the leader. All right? But for now, this is great. Now you know what to do. You know what to pay attention to. Little by little, things start to come to the surface to be noticed. And yeah, all that is required now on your end is to kick the ball. The ball is at your feet. Kick it. It's time to go out and play. Move the ball. Any final considerations, comments, complaints, suggestions, recommendations? Any congratulations, teacher, for being a great teacher? No.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you, Fab.
Any happy
Thank
Teacher's
you.
Day?
Happy,
No?
For Teacher's
Happy
Day.
Teacher's Day, Fab.
I just remember.
I thought if I don't remind you, it's not gonna happen. So
I remember
No.
the surprise.
No. Don't say that, Fab.
don't say that. Don't be like that.
Today I remembered about the last year with the surprise in
Oh yeah, remember?
For your
yeah.
It was
You-
Pao and Goose. Our other
Exactly.
Goose and Pao.
So
Montoya.
it was a good chance with Pao and Johan to give a surprise and the collect. And in this year it was
It's because Paula is away. She's the one that moves everything around. She's like, you know, always pushing, you know, like, let's do this, that. Let her come back.
Yes.
Paula is the foreman for the
Paula told me
Absolutely.
today. She was a little bit sad because she was remembered that occasion the last year. She told me today that.
So I feel ashamed, really.
You feel ashamed?
exactly because I don't know what happened this year, but it's time.
We are
it's
feeling
time to-
ashamed.
It's time to remember to people to make the integration
Yeah.
of personal face to face the second semester. That it was the New Year resolution
Yeah.
for this year. I hope it was possible.
Sure.
It is possible this year or in 2 months or 3 months. I don't know
That's-
when it's possible for people. But
Well, let's continue to push. Let's
Exactly.
continue pushing that idea. Hopefully we can do it.
make the encounter with us.
Absolutely. To meet you, because I don't know you. I mean, like, we've become used to seeing each other like this, but oh, you know, like you don't, there's no way to describe what it is to finally, you know, like hug a person that you have known like this. Like the first time I saw Adri, that was my birthday. That was the first time I saw Adri.
Yeah.
Luis
Alberto.
Luis Alberto, I hadn't seen him at all. I mean, I knew him just like this on the camera. There was also Pau came to deliver my teacher's day gift, and then she came to my birthday. Who else was new? Diana Quintero. I knew her when she was a little kid, because she is one of my friends' daughter. Friends from childhood. I mean, he was brother of one of my friends.
In English, it's normal to say the little girl.
Yeah, and she was a little girl, and then I met her again. Now I've grown up, so that was great. But yeah, I haven't met Juan Carlos, Eddie. That would be great, just to give you a huge hug.
Yes, for sure, Fab. I would like to meet you in front of you and say, Fab, thanks to you, I have the level that I have now. I appreciated that your labor, that appreciated enough, Fab. Thank you for everything, my friend.
No, thank you, because this is, again, something that happens because of you guys and your hard work and your commitment and the love for this project is something that is given and taken. Definitely. The magic happens because we have this common space, understanding, love, our routines, the trust in each other. I was telling, who was it here at the beginning? Merce was at the beginning, also Nancy, and I was telling them, this is magic. I love to come to each meeting and I never get tired. It's great to meet
Juan
friends.
Pablo, Aulani, also.
Yeah, I've never met Juan Pablo. Can you imagine Juan Pablo? Those people.
It's good to dream.
And the funny thing is that I see you right here at my same height, but I'm a short guy. So I assure you that when I see you, I'm going to be like, hey, Juanca, what's happening? And he's like, oh, Eddie Fabian. And then Eddie, what's happening?
Eddie is one I don't know, 6 feet.
84, 184, 84.
I'm 167. So I'm gonna be, hey, Eddie. Yeah, that's amazing. I mean, because you don't get to imagine people as they are, really, until you see them.
I hope.
Yeah, I hope to.
Sure.
Yes.
Possible.
All right, guys. So thank you very much, and thank you for the vignettes tonight. And I'll see you again on.
Bye. Who is the winner?
Yeah, I'm gonna send you a survey. I want everybody to vote. Okay.
Got it.
And then the winner takes the prize. All right.
The next Monday is holiday.
Yeah, so we're gonna do the same thing as we did the previous long weekend. We're going to check our vignette on Wednesday.
Okay.
So
move the schedule. Okay.
Okay.
And then expect changes. Like we promised, we're gonna surprise you with more improv, more pronunciation, especially to use the gringos. All right. So expect changes, but changes on the spot, not announced or programmed changes, just like on the spot, depending on availability, etc. All right, guys. So thank you very much. Have a good night. Go get some rest and thank you.
Have a good night.
Bye.
Thank you.